So I'm going to walk you through the way that I like to write my songs. So I like to start with an instrument. So guitar is usually a good starting place, or a piano. So first I like to kind of just choose a key that I feel comfortable in. So I've got the capo on the 2nd fret, and then I've been in this key because it's comfortable for my voice, right? So that's a D major chord. And I kind of just make up a strumming pattern, doesn't really matter, right? And then I figure out what chord I want to come next. So I found out that this chord, if you go like this, that makes an F sharp minor chord, which sounds really nice after this D chord. You can also play it as a bar chord because you're barring those and then you're also playing these. Which I then discovered can go right into the G chord. But I never really play G as a bar chord. I usually just play the typical open. But I really like how that transition goes. And then when you lift that 3rd finger up, you have a G minor. Once you have that, and actually, I want to toggle between going to G minor, because I don't want to do that the whole time. I think that's a little overdone. It's giving like Creep by Radiohead. Like it's just so, I just feel like, I always think of that song when I hear that chord progression. Like it's, instead of that, I can just go up 2 frets to an A major, which serves as the dominant, and will send us right back into D. So I'm gonna mess around with that and go kind of back and forth, but that's what I have for this first song. I wanted to write something about just the quiet, calm peace that I have been feeling in my relationship and the peace that it brings me to my everyday life and the way that everything's kind of come full circle for me, and we've been together for almost 4 years now, and I just feel like we're in a new chapter of our lives and of our relationship, and so that's what this song is about. Here's my tentative lyrics. It's effortless to breathe you in. I've never tasted anything without the bite of smoke. My lungs have always known there's a comfort in this sanctuary. It's safer here than anywhere I've ever come to know. So right there, I don't know what I'm going to rhyme there. I know the melody that I'm going to have. I know how I want it to sound with these chords. And then I have an idea for the chorus already, so the same chord progression. And I can see us in ways I never dreamed of. And I can feel the way that we are here. So that's what I've got for that song, and it's really just about growing and learning and changing and doing it together and feeling optimistic about the future and what it might hold for us and where we're going and going there together. And so that's really what this song is going to be. But I wanted to show you how I get there and the process for how I write songs, because if you're trying to teach yourself, this is a good method, I think, is to kind of just mess around until you find something that you like and you're like, that sounds nice. And then from there, you can come up with lyrics, you can come up with melodies to kind of go on top of that. And there really doesn't need to be that much harmonic variation with the chords you're playing, because that stuff can come later. If you get a professional guitar player, you get other musicians to play with you, like that stuff can be added in, all of those other layers. But really you just want the foundation first. You want the chord progression, you want some melodies, and you want the tone and the emotion of the song, right? And then from there, when you go to record it and you produce it, that's where you can add all of these extra things, and maybe you work with a producer who knows what they're doing, and then you can really start making it come to life. But just to get the skeleton of the song, this is what I would recommend. You can also do this on a piano, but I just like messing with guitar, and so that's gonna be my song. And yeah, stay tuned if you want to hear what it ends up becoming. That's what I've got in the works. So see you next time.